Thank you, Keep Science. Give me 1 sec. Let me just get some water, guys. I ain't sleeping. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Hello, hello. Evo75 time. Thank you, Mandykin. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. 27 months, so kind. I decided today I'm going to buy a Manta. Super stoked. Yeah, today I got some... I mean, me and Bull are feeling the love today. There's been some very kind comments. So I made a little post about the Manta, and everyone's been very kind. I very much appreciate it, guys. Jordan, thank you so much for converting your sub. I appreciate that. I actually have a 40% P. I have one that I'm going to be building soon. I just need to find the day to do it. So, you cooked on that post. Nice job. Thank you. We're twinning boards today. Wait, are you using the same... Wait, do you have a silver top bowl? I don't remember if you do or not. You know, Bull, I kind of like this combination of just silver, copper, silver, but I feel like this, or I guess silver, copper, stainless, but I feel like this would be really expensive. Manta slaps. You deserve, well deserved to both of you. Thank you very much, Rob. Not the same config, I guess. Dude, I honestly love this keyboard. It's so nice. I do have the Gion F140, I do. Okay, this cable, the one that you get, oh, wrong button. This one here is from Ordinary Labs. So, I don't know if they still stock these though. It's been a hot minute since I checked their stock. It's been a hot minute. But yeah, I really like these cables. They're like straightforward, plain and simple. They just get the job done. Are you guys gonna post real life photos of all the colorways? Okay, I think the goal with that, maybe Bull can correct me, the goal with the colorways is we plan on posting as many as we can, but they're not going to be one for one. Like in terms of, we're not going to have every exact colorway. Like for example, there's no way for us to post the red fin one because we didn't know about that until you guys voted for it technically. But we have most of the pieces in which we've showed off. So maybe what I'll do is I'll post a little directory of like all the real life photos on my website or something, and maybe get like Jeff, because Jeff has the pumice stone one, so maybe I'll get Jeff to post some. So do they sell them for like 12 bucks? I don't know. I really just like silicone cables now. I think silicone covered cables, like they're just nice, dude. They bend nice, they look pretty. I like them. What's my favorite layout? 60 and 65. I think at one point I might have said 75 just because I think it's a good shape that encompasses everything. But honestly, I don't use the F keys nearly enough. When I'm doing like photo work, I have some stuff bound to F keys. So yeah, sometimes I don't mind using F keys for that. But most of the time I'm kind of like not using them. So also, what's up, Justin? How you doing? But yeah, that's pretty much it. Win key or win keyless? These days, win key. I'm not a big fan of the win keyless look lately. So Not a big fan. Which colorway of the Manta is your absolute favorite? Dude, I really think the Machinist is slowly becoming like my pick. Out of all the regular colors, like Machinist I think is the pick. I just think the clear coated raw aluminum with the ability to kind of patina your own thing, I think that works really well. Oh, I forgot to post in Discord. My bad, guys. I think it works really well. So thinking about picking up Neo Ergo. Dude, the Neo Ergo is an insane pickup. I can't stress how much I like that board. Or I can't stress enough. Oh wait, speaking of keyboards, hold on. I forgot today's keyboard in the box. I'm back. Hold on. I think I saw a pic on the Manta site with a polished copper. Polished copper? Oh no, that's just how the raw copper looks when you get it brand new. It'll fade pretty quickly. Like, it'll fade. It'll patina really quickly. It'll patina fairly quick. But you can technically polish it back type thing, so... KB!
Dang, 8 months.
Thank you. Thank you very much, man. 8 months fly... Dude, time has literally been flying by. Like, I had one of those weird reality check moments today. Where I'm like, damn, it's already the 29th. And then I'm like, dude, didn't I just celebrate my birthday? Which I know was only a week ago, which isn't a lot of time, but like... Yeah, dude, okay, 6th, literally the exact train of thought. I was like, where the hell did July go? I just feel like July actually went by really quick. It was poof and it's gone type thing. So, I don't know, man. July, to me, has been a blur. Tell you that much. Yeah, I don't know why. What's my take on 40%? Everyone's allowed to like what they want to like. And also, Basil Boy, thank you so much for the 5 tier 1s. Thank you, man. Thank you so much, dude. It's still a last bit of birthday month? Kinda, yeah. Also, thank you, Vlad. I appreciate you sending someone a gifted membership. Did you see the Agar Mini? It's so freaking cute. I have one of those too I have to build. Okay, dude, I think this week... Shit, do we have time this week? Maybe, shit. Maybe not this week. Maybe Monday. Next Monday, I will do a double 40% keyboard build. Something or other. I have a bunch of 40s, come to think about it, that I have some other ones in boxes still. Like personal ones that I've picked up over the years. I just need to figure out a day, man. Thank you again, Vlad. I appreciate that, man. Double 40 is still less than a TKL. That equals 80%. Way too lucky. Thank you so much for the sub, bro.
Alex, I'm working on a PS5 controller and getting the solder up to temp has been tough. Any advice to help me out?
Wait, what does it need to be up to temp? Like, isn't it just regular 340 or something? 330? Since the GB for the Manta is coming close, do you have any more information on the olive green SE version? Okay, there's a two-parter to this. There's gonna be some fun stuff that I'm doing with it that I'm not gonna disclose any information. It'll be like little add-ons in the box type deal. So I'm not gonna tell you guys. But it's also gonna be a forest olive green type deal. I should have a sample of that green coming in pretty soon. Not soon enough though, because it's gonna be after the units get listed. But I mean, I've already seen the photos of the units, like the green. It looks great. What else? What else can I tell you guys? I think you guys will be pleasantly surprised. Did you decide on putting Maple in the box? Maple in the box? No, nothing like that. Why isn't my music playing? What's going on here? There we go. And okay, it's gonna be a fixed plate. Like, there's going to be no room to customize these special edition ones. It's dirt. Thank you so much for the 10 tier 1s, man. I really appreciate that, dude. So, and then Sean, thank you so much for a tier 2, man. Thank you, guys. So nice.
10
Wait, was that 15 subs? Oh no, it says 10 subs. I was like, dude, why is it reading 2 numbers? Okay, So it's going to be an aluminum plate in solder PCB. Basically, the limited edition is going to be everything that I want in the keyboard. So it's going to be kind of like, this is exactly my spec. So it's going to be aluminum plate, solder PCB, and what's it called? Something extra in the box that this is not part of anything. This is like legitimately from me to anyone who buys those particular units. Like I said, I want it to be exactly the spec that I want it to be. So it'll be fun. It'll be a cool little pickup. Manta is going to be a GB, yes. Just because we have no idea what colors everyone wants. Will it only allow cherry stabs? No, you can... If you guys want to use the O-ring, you have to use clip-ins for that one there. But other than that, no. You don't have to do clip-ins. You can just go with one of the other mounts. In fact, I think the grommet mounts are my favorite. But okay. Just saw Fantastic Four. Dude, I really want to go watch it. I was going to go over the weekend, but I'm so tired
just saw Fantastic Four last night and it was so amazing. Highly recommend.
I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous, dude. I've been watching The Last of Us. Oh, by the way. Season 2 just not hitting, man. I'm on episode 5. I had to lube a bunch of switches today. Like, I lubed another batch of cherry switches, I lubed some milky yellows, and I lubed half of another batch. It's kind of mid, bro. Season 2 kind of mid. There's some questionable writing. And you know what? I'm not even going to say it's... Like, the acting in the show is alright. It's just alright. But there's some questionable, like, little edits and writing. And maybe some delivery of some of the characters feels bad, but... It's hard. It's like, it's keeping me entertained, though, but it's not perfect. I don't know how I feel about it. Also, what's up, B-Chung? How you doing, man? So, yeah. Do you know when you will be able to place the orders for the olive green? I'll say this again. For the limited edition ones, it will be a random time that I will post it in Discord that day. I'll post the link. It'll be through my website. I need to also drive this home too. It's shipping to me. So the special edition ones, or the limited edition ones, are shipping to me. I'm going to be the vendor for the only, like, this is the only time I'm going to be vendoring anything. It's going to be shipping to me in Canada. Then I will repack something and ship it back to whoever buys it. But again, just keep that in mind. So if you're in the States, you might have to pay tariffs. Not that that's unavoidable anyways in some cases, but just to like let you guys know, that's my game plan with this. If you're in Canada though, you're all good. Everything's all good. All right. What are the best stabs? The stabs you have are the best stabs. I know that's a shitty answer, but that's truly the answer I can give here. By the way, do you guys like... I rearranged the camera, so I brought it more forward. Do you guys like how forward this is? Like, does it feel better? Because before it was really close to the front of my desk. Now you can even see, like, if I move my shirt, you can see my shirt type thing. Is it better? I did it for that little TikTok video I made, but apparently everyone said... Like, I got in a few comments of people saying they like the desk aesthetic with the camera pushed forward, so... Alright. Let's go over today's build, and we can chit-chat while we do some modding to this. It's the Evo75 today. This is the new one from EvoWorks. This has been quite hyped up. In fact, I will say, the Evo 80. I waited too long to review the Evo 80, in my humble opinion. So I'm glad we get to see this today. The price is really good on this. We'll go over everything. The aesthetic is, in my opinion, much different. I'm not sure how I feel about the aesthetic yet, because I love the Evo 80. But there are some stuff that I kind of glanced over on the Notion page that I saw about this board that I'm like, hell yes, I like what EvoWorks is doing with this. We should have the green unit today. Does it say on the side? Oh, I guess it just says anodized in mirror silver. But it should be the green unit. We have a PP plate with the rye switches. So let's go over everything before we open this bad boy up. I think EvoWorks is killing it with these things. And you want to know why? Before we even open it, I'm telling you, man, the mounting style that EvoWorks is doing on these boards is phenomenal. Absolutely insane. I really like their iteration of their butterfly leaf spring mounts. I think it's really good. But yeah, this is going to be the Evo75. Now, the Evo75, let's see, do they have a price chart for all this? Man, thank you so much for the tier 1, man. I appreciate it, dude. It should start at 160 or something, but let me double check for now. Yeah, it should start at 169. So 169 for the rye switches. And I don't think the amber switches go for anything different, but 170 sounds pretty damn reasonable to me, as per the usual with all these things. Thank you, Basil. I appreciate that, man. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much for the gifted, bro. Thank you, bro. Let's see. Let me go back to the page here. Where did I put it? So nice. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much, Lolly. I appreciate you too, man. Love you, bro. Stay cute. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Hopefully your day's going good, bro. All right. So, 169. Basically all the good features about the Evo 80, including the mounting style. It does still have a 1.2 millimeter thickness PCB, which didn't seem to pose a problem in the last board. So I'm hoping that carries over to this. And these are the rye switches, which is a new stem mold for deeper, more focused, low-pitch typing sounds. We'll see. I'm excited to try them. But let's open this. They also said they upgraded the keycaps to a thicker PBT. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. I'm really excited. This is again, I waited way too long to look at the Evo 80, bro. Way too long. I thought this was a VOD. Oh, no. We're just slowly getting into things here today. Get out of here, plastic. All right, let's see. Let's see if they give us the green colorway. There's some nice colors to this, by the way. They're all very like pastel, which is really pretty. But there's a basalt gray. I'll just call them by their like actual colors. There's like a purple, a blue, a gray, the sage, which is green, a gold, a nebula, which is black, baby pink, eclipse gray, and nova white. Ooh, a hard shell case too. Spoiled. I'm so spoiled right now. Kind of a random question, but what do you think of the WL mouse? I mean, I like it. I haven't been using it as my main, though.
D.
Thank you so much, Chicken. I appreciate you, man. Ooh, what we got in here? We got some paperwork, cable, some extra switches, which is a nice touch, extra keycaps, or dongle. What's this? A little QC pass card. I'm vibing with this color right now. I don't know if I like the color of the keycaps, but you know what? They look really good quality at first glance. Ooh, this is a nice color. It has been a minute since I've seen a color like this for a keyboard. Oh, there's like a little protective. I like that. That's nice too. Pretty damn good protection for these cases here. Ooh, actually, you know what? I was telling a friend this earlier today where I wasn't 100% sure how I felt about the case. That maybe I'd like it more when I saw it. I think this will only come pre-built. Which, dude, they really should consider. I don't know if they're planning on offering a bare bones version, but they should consider that. But we're going to tear it apart and try it in a few different configs. Maybe we'll try some other switches today, too. I bought the Evo 80 back in January, and unfortunately I've been dealing with a loud buzzing noise coming from the board. I have never heard of that, JB. I don't even know what that would be. Maybe it's the battery or something? Oh, wow. Honestly, this is really pretty. I'm vibing with this color. All right, so the case is interesting here. So we'll zoom in all the way here. On the case, we have this bit of a lip, which is very different. So let me get the Evo 80 really quick. Hold on. Let me get the Evo 80. Okay, this feels way heavier. This is this heavier? This feels a little bit heavier than the Evo 80. So the Evo 80 didn't have that big lip. So this kind of has a more rounded look, in my opinion. This was a little bit more subtle for the Evo 80. I do like this little badge, and I kind of like this piece too. I know these have some RGB. I don't mind this at all. I thought this would be a bit tacky at first. It also acts as a button, which is cool. I do... Okay, me talking about preference here, I kind of wish they followed suit and just kind of went with the more standard-ish here. You know what this reminds me a little bit about? The Jelly Evolve. That's what it kind of looks like a little bit here, which I think is going to be a bit of an acquired taste. This was the side profile of the Evo 80, which I thought was incredibly slick. I thought this was amazing for the Evo 80. And then if we look at this guy, this is more of your box on wedge, but you do have a decent little gradient going downwards, which I like. I think this is pretty. I do want to get the front height of this too. I do still kind of like the Evo 80 a bit more, but this is nice. Because the Evo 80 didn't have this, right? No, it did not. The Evo 80 had the Wi-Fi toggles and on and off stuff underneath the keycap. This is not on a keycap. And dude, see what I mean? You don't like the toggle? I freaking love it, dude. I think this is the best feature that anyone can put in a board these days. Thank you, Vlad. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, bro. The toggle on the back, I think, makes this for me. It doesn't even look bad. You're never going to look at this side of the keyboard, and there's so much functionality. Thank you again, Vlad. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, dude. Does this have a little thing on it? I think it does. No, I think that's just my warm light, because I have a little lamp on my desk. Can I peel this off? I like the bottom of this board more. I do like the bottom of this more, too. I don't know how you guys feel. I think this is a prettier looking bottom overall. This kind of gives me a bit of a Percent Studios vibe. I don't know why I'm getting that. I mentioned that earlier to my friend as well that I was talking to about this board. But it's definitely giving me like a bit of a Percent Studios. Actually, I really like this. This looks really pretty. Chrome Band-Aid? Oh my gosh. Great. It kind of does look like Gray Studios too. Yeah, a little bit. Got some custom feet that say EvoWorks. Again, you can see the nice graduated curve there, which is really pretty. I believe I would prefer a toggle compared to having the switch under a keycap. I am on team toggle. I think a toggle is so nice instead of like... Okay, dude, I don't know if you guys are the same way. When I'm done with when I am done with any of my wireless devices, even mice, I turn them off at the end of the day. Okay? I don't turn off the keyboards because I'm not reaching for a keycap puller just to do that, and then sometimes tweezers. So to me, this is a huge, huge thing. I don't know if you guys are on team toggle or not. I think this is amazing, and I'm so freaking happy that they did this.
Hey Alex, how have you been?
I've been good, man. How about you? Actually, let's see. Is it on right now? Let's turn it on. Thank you so much, Tiramisu. I appreciate that. See, like, I'm never turning this one here off because I'm not reaching for a keycap puller. You know? To each their own. Everyone's entitled to their opinion here. This is really pretty, though. I really like this. Again, maybe I'm not 100% sold on this lip, though. I think maybe the lip visually is not my thing here. But I think this is an interesting release from from a aesthetic standpoint. It definitely has its own vibe to it too. I think I do a little bit prefer the Evo 80 aesthetic for the top and the side. But the bottom I will give to the Evo 75. Also, this feels chunkier too. Ooh. Okay, these switches are freaking nice. They feel nice. I gotta give it to them, man. Their mounting style feels so comfy to type on. But let's see what this sounds like stock, and then we're gonna tear it apart. And also, someone asked if this is a gradient keycap set. It looks like that, huh? That's really pretty. It has like a bit of a gradient to them. These keycaps feel really good too. These are a huge step up from the stock keycaps from before too. I mean, that sounds really good. The spacebar I feel like could be a bit deeper, but I think it kind of pairs well with everything else. For 170 out of the box, getting all these, including really good keycaps, I'm happy. Now I want to see how we're going to customize this thing because it should be fairly easy. Yeah, look how thick these keycaps are, dude. So they're stating 1.7 millimeters for thickness here. We should put that to the test as well. These are nice keycaps. Holy, I love thick PBT keycaps. I think it's always a nice thing to get these things. All right, let's see how thick these things actually are. I mean, I'm getting 1.8. I mean, it might vary from wall to wall here. Let's try a thinner looking wall. 1.7. Nice. So it is literally what they say it is. And let's see front height. 20 on the dot. So if you guys are maybe not sure about my preferences here, after testing tons and tons of keyboards, I like keyboards that are 20 and below. So 20 is the top end of what I find super comfortable to type on. Anything higher and I feel like I either have to adjust my desk, which is not possible for people, or change my chair, and I don't know, I don't like the way it feels. But 20 is literally like the what if it was 20.1? Well, I don't know. And you're asking too many questions right now. Cool. And then now we can open this up because this has a catchball system. Oh wow, look at this LED over here. That is kind of cool. So I wonder what this button even does. Gotta figure that out later. Spilled my PC Margot was B-stock, but the cracking really wasn't that bad. What happened? There's cracking on it? Oh, drop something there. Oh, this goes in here. All right. So we got foam and then... Oh yeah, look at that weight. Oh wait, that's not the weight. That's just the cover for everything. Is that stainless as well? Dude, actually, do you hear that? That is a pretty... Yeah, this probably will sound really good with no foam. No metallic ping at all. By the way, this is not a scientific test. This is like the worst test ever, but... And then we have the gaskets, the leaf springs. My favorite part about this entire board. I think they nailed it with the leaf springs, so... My Mode Envoy has inconsistent, deep and mushy switches and gets stuck. It's aluminum plate and C polybody. Aluminum plate and polybody. You know what, Fracture? It could literally be that you bought some or have some overlubed switches. You could try new switches, but it sounds like overlubed switches. When it's like mushy like that, usually. So for the back of the PCB, we have flex cuts. It's the same style PCB as the EvoWorks 80. Which again, I'm not upset about. I didn't get to review the 80 until like literally, what, last week? So I feel like I'm going to give it the same criticism where I wish... I mean, okay, first of all, I want to say, I am fully understanding that this is a pre-built keyboard with a fixed layout. I get it. But I'll give it the same criticism where they coulda added PCB mounted holes for the plate. Not that it matters. This is for the the stabilizers. They could have added PCB mounted stabilizer holes. They coulda gave us an extra option here and there. I feel like they've done it in the past. Why not? The flex cuts, let's just leave that out of like the topic. That's a preference thing. I normally go for no flex cuts, but you know what? The EvoWorks 80 surprised the hell out of me. So they could have done those things. And again, I'll give it that same level of criticism here. But let's take off the keycaps, and then let's rebuild this board with no foam. Actually, let's see how it sounds with no bottom foam in it first. I'll just leave these off. I'm not going to put them back in right now. I think actually I'll put this one back in so I don't lose it. Do I have to align this better? Someone gave me a Miffy keyboard. I don't even know what that is, KB. Ooh. I feel like this kind of opens it a little bit. You know, I kind of like it more without this. Like for the foamy sound signature, I feel like this gives it the perfect balance for me. Yeah, I'm going to be building with different keycaps too. And maybe switching the switches. But I kind of like these stock switches. But I have to remove everything anyways to get the foam out. That's nice. Ooh. I lost a keycap. It went flying. All right, let's take things apart, shall we? Let's start disassembling this bad boy. Is the only difference between the limited? Yes, it's just colors. That's it. You can literally get the same configuration elsewhere. Why are most of the sub $100 or sorry $100 boards like Rainy Bridge? Basically, you're asking why do they all use flex cuts? The real answer to this is I feel like if you're going to jam the amount of foam, that's not just China preferences, but if you're going to jam that amount of foam into something and you want to retain a little bit of like flex, then you're going to usually need to compensate with the PCB. I think that's the best answer I can really give you. Also, little review on these keycaps again. The legends are crisp. You know what? I think these might be some of the best stock keycaps I've seen. And best feeling, because I really like the way these feel. They have like a nice, like, slight texture, like very smidge of a texture. These are nice, man. I really like these keycaps. The board, I don't know, has the board even released yet? Actually, I don't even think it has. Actually, you know what? That's a great question. When does it even come out? It's soon. I know it's soon. It's 169 for all the versions, and it should be soon. Does it say anywhere here? You know, I'm not too sure. I'll ask the question here in a moment. I'll see if someone can answer me really quick. Take a look at these switches afterwards too. When lubing obscures, do you put just a little lube over the stock lube? I do, but you don't have to if you don't want to. I put a little bit of extra. Should I get like a little bowl or something? No, I'll use this. We'll put our keycaps in this so we don't get things lost. When I first saw the alley sellers, I wasn't sure if they were just using the EvoWorks name. I would be careful ordering from that Spooky. I'm not too sure how legit that is. Thank you, Swoo. I appreciate it, man.
And Alex, hope everyone's having a good day.
Things are going good. I can't complain. We have unfortunately we're dealing with a little bit of insects right now. I think there's a wasp nest somewhere near us because we're getting like swarmed by wasps every single time we walk outside. So there's that. But yeah, that's pretty much our day. Hold on, let me just go ask the question of when exactly this is getting released. I know there was like a little delay with this. Have we tried not getting swarmed? Honestly, a sick suggestion. Let's see. Yeah, I would just be very cautious with buying from AliExpress orders. I used to buy switches from AliExpress, and then I kind of got burned on a batch of switches one time from a vendor from like a seller that I thought was good. So I've been kind of hesitant. I've been stocking 75 releases. This I feel like is a solid one. Again, visually, I am very much getting like Percent Studios vibes from this. Very, very, very much Percent Studios vibes, which is not a bad thing because I think Percent Studios is a really cool studio, or was a really cool studio. I think they got acquired by someone else now. Maybe the only thing I don't really care for personally is this like lip. I think that's still the only thing visually that I don't give a shit about. When are you reviewing the Tofu TKL? I don't think anyone's been sent a tofu yet, but I'll let you guys know when I do. Okay, I want to see these switches. I mean, dude, these sound nice. Okay. Again, I'm very impressed with the switches they're putting stock into this. That is like a very nicely lubricated. Now, obviously, can't speak on consistency because I have to use them all, but I mean, dude, these feel like the perfect amount of lube for these. Maybe I'd go a little lighter, but preference there. This is definitely not over lubed. I feel like this is a very good amount of lube at this. Damn. The stabilizers are well lubed too, in case anyone's wanting to just use this stock. The stabs felt great, just like the Evo 80. Did you check out the new Seabass FE? I was supposed to build one for you guys, but unfortunately the package never came in. I don't even know what happened with that stream. So I did see it though. It's already sold out, right? I did see it though. Ordered a Test 65 based on this stream. Can't wait for it to show up. Dude, the Test is so good. How much was that board again? Like under $100, right? What do you think about their Athena 1800? Dude, the Athena was so pretty. The Athena is a cool board. Didn't it sell like in a minute? The Seabass? I know it sold really quickly because I saw an alert go live for it and then I checked in 15 minutes and it was all gone. So I'm assuming sometime under 15 minutes. And I think there was only a few vendors, and I think the most any vendor would have had was 20 units, if I remember correctly. 15 minutes is too long, Alex. Yeah, my bad. I took my phone into the shower to get one. Did you end up getting one, Baron? With the stainless steel weight, it was 90 bucks. That's crazy. I always forget how cheap that thing was, man. I also added an aluminum plate. Should be my weekend project if it rains. Let's hope it rains all weekend. Honestly, I think it should. I mean, okay, I hope it doesn't rain for me because I have to go do something on Saturday. Or Sunday, rather. But honestly, we were kind of due for some rain. You got one? Damn, hell yeah, Baron. What do you plan on building it with, bro? Did my first solder build yesterday. It went pretty well. It's easy, right? The only non-easy part is like you gotta buy everything for it, and that costs you some money, and maybe you'll never use it again type thing, but it's pretty easy. Alex, I'm about to ready to just drop some dough on a nicer soldering iron. Wait till lucky. Which one are you using right now? Which is the iron? Is it just not going up to temp, or is it fluctuating too much? Because that's a problem with some irons too. Is you warm up the pen and then you use it, and then the moment you go to solder, it doesn't like retain heat well, so it bounces. Like it can bounce sometimes up to like 30 or 40 degrees from what I've seen. So I scored a gray windkeyless Seabass FE from Dominique today too. Damn, look at you guys. Dude, honestly, that Seabass is hella pretty though. Like hella pretty. How come it use the gator on switch puller and cap puller? Kicking it old school? I actually don't have one. I think someone tried to convince me to get one time, and I tried theirs, and I sucked at using it, and I just fuck it. Chat, do we have any thoughts on the Fuji Half X camera? How much is that again? Cheo? Or Chayo? I always say Cheo. Ah, fuck. My fingers are hurting here. Get the Rama puller? Bruh. We can't. It's illegal. That could be the issue. I can't get the components in the PCB soldered to temp. Yeah, it could be fluctuating too much. Also, if you buy a cheap iron tip, that can also cause the iron's temp to go all over the place. That's true too. That is very true. And actually, if you guys want to know why sometimes like the solder sputters everywhere, it's because the temps fluctuate too much. It's like $850. I guess that's not bad. I think Fuji's prices are all become higher, and that's kind of the norm now. Yeah. Wait till lucky. Honestly, bro, I think you have to get the new iron at this point here. Fuji confirmed price raises. Every camera company has. Leica did. Sony still keeps releasing. Dude, you know what's crazy? I just got back into Sony cameras. Just barely got back into them. And I did get an FX30 for doing content that's going to come out very soon. Like, I've actually recorded something for Novel Keys already. So I'm pretty happy with it. But they released an FX2. And it's just like Sony doing Sony shit with their middle releases that they have no business releasing. Like, it's just dumb releases from Sony. So I think every camera company right now is guilty of doing something dumb. Maybe not Canon. Maybe Canon's alright. People are saying it's a glorified toy camera. I would disagree with that. I feel like you'll still probably get some good use out of the camera. If you want it, grab it. If you have the money to do so, I say do you. Hi, Lego.
Hello, my friends. Sorry I've been AFK for so long.
You're all
Baby
good,
is
bro.
growing big and strong,
I'm
and
so
the family
happy.
is all doing well. How have you all been lately?
I'm doing good. I was telling everyone earlier, Lego, that we might have a bunch of wasps attacking us, so we need to figure out how to deal with that. But everything's good. Is the price for the Athena on KVD fins final? No. I forget the actual price now. It's like, what, 180 or something like that? 200 or something? But no, that price they have on their IC is wrong. I don't know why it's still there. They should fix it. Will you do your own Venom HE stream again? So, I have a Venom PCB now. The answer is yes. I just don't know when. Gotta find some time. Thank you, AA9. I appreciate that, man. Alex, I know you love the Gatoron Type R. As a Type R lover myself, you gotta try the HMX Cilantros. Okay, I'll order myself a set. If you guys, this is like the 15th vouch I've got for these switches. I'll trust the vouch. I'll order a set. I did try them at a meetup, although it was just me doing this, with the Switch. So, wait, Alex is building the Equilibrium. What the fuck? Did I not update the build command? I swear to God I did, dude. Look, it's up. Okay, try now. I'm just hitting save like 14 times. I don't know, man. I don't know what's up with Stream Elements. Pro Streamer? Listen here, Annette. They're literally on par with the Type R. Alright, I'll give them a go again. Alex streamer moments? Sometimes. I have those moments. Alright, I'm thinking no foam. Because I had a really good experience last time with no foam and I want to do it again. If anything, I think last time we just put the bottom foam in and we really liked it. Do I want to try these switches again? I think so. I feel like these are going to sound really good with this. I have a good feeling. I have a really good feeling. Yeah, I really think, hear me out, they could have just offered two different, like, they could have cut, again, one or two colors, and they could have offered two different PCBs, and I think it would have been really good. Bulls? Damn. Thank you, Don. Dude, how you been, Don? I feel like it's been forever. I really feel like it could have been really, really good if they just cut a color or two and offered two different PCBs. But it's okay. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. And I don't know what manufacturer these switches are from, but they're their own, I believe. I think this is literally made from
Stay cute,
their
Mr.
brand.
Keyboard Man.
Thank
Or
you,
else.
Blue Jay. I appreciate it, man. These are the Rye switches. Don, you're gonna love that TKL, man. Oh God, I have like an itchy nose right now. They're nice looking switches though. But it's okay. I think, again, if this is anything like the Evo 80, we're in a good spot. Oh yeah, by the way, kind of just a story. There's nothing like bad or good about this story, just a story. I witnessed someone completely crashing out today. And I don't know, my life has been kind of like outside, like when I go out, it's been pretty bland, like nothing happens. But I witnessed someone completely crashing out over the dumbest thing today. And I couldn't help but think like, they're just not having a good day. And someone was unfortunately the target, you know? That was meant to stay between us? I'm so sorry. Could this dethrone the Bridge 75? Maybe. It happens, but this is also double the price as the Bridge. Yeah, basically I was on the transit today. Or was it today? Yeah, it was today, I think. I don't remember. My memory's foggy. It was either today or yesterday. I was on the transit both days. And I was taking transit to go to the postal office. And there was an accident in front of us. So it closed the tracks. And there was two people who were kind of just on their cell phones, dude. Like, I kind of have no sympathy for people who are just like locked into their cell phones and then just ignore the world around them. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but like, for me, it's one of those things where it's like, put your phone down. Like, it's not that important. But yeah, they were on their phone. They were like laughing at TikTok, swiping up. And then, because there was an accident, the announcer, the bus guy, he's like, hey guys, unfortunately, there's an accident in front of us. We're going to have to divert and go up a couple of streets, but we'll get back on track. And he said it like 3 times. So I kind of was like, all right, that's fine. Not a big deal. I'll get to where I need to go 5-10 minutes late. It's fine. And so he's going along and then makes the turn like he said he was gonna. And you can feel when the streetcar has to make a turn. And the guy who crashed out, he felt the turn, got jostled a little bit, and he's like, what the hell is going on? And someone like was like, hey man, like, they told us we were diverting. He just ignored that dude. He started yelling. He was like, where the hell does this guy think he's going? Like, he thinks the streetcar has like wheels where it can go anywhere it wants. And he starts screaming and yelling. And then he's about to get off because the next stop comes, and he's like, I need to see this bus driver's face. And I'm like, bro, you're doing the most. And then he started yelling. He went. The bus driver was just looking forward. Because I was kind of close to the front. I can tell this guy was smirking because this guy was crashing out for no reason. And then he got off the bus. And because there's a lot of traffic, he realized that he still needed to be on the bus. So we went one stop, and he ended up having to walk all the way just to catch the bus again. It's kind of an embarrassing crash out, to be honest. Kind of an embarrassing one. Generational L? Yeah, you know what's the worst part about that? Like, when he got back on the bus, you can tell the guy was hella embarrassed because he had to put his head down. He was doing one of these when he got on the bus. You know what I mean? Like, he had to do one of those. And I just, like, I was paying attention because I was probably, like, one of the few people not on my cell phones. And I'm just like, that's hella embarrassing, bro. You just totally yelled at everyone, and now you get to shamefully get back on. That's crazy to me. So wild. I feel like most crash outs are embarrassing. I feel like there's justified crash outs sometimes, like when you've had enough of something. Sure. But that was like, to me, that was a bad one. Because then you crash out. It's not even like you could have left, you know? He crashed out, got off, came back on. Wild. Have you already taken a look at the Tiga board from Machina? I did. It's on my YouTube channel. It's so nice. I had to fix my PCB on mine because the prototype PCB had issues. So I gotta reassemble it. Most of my public crash outs are embarrassing. But I feel like this crash out though, Basil, I feel like this was just from someone who literally was not paying attention. Like, this was on them, you know? If they weren't on their cell phone, they would have completely understood what was going on. Reasonable crash outs exist, but most of them are completely stupid reasons. Yeah. The only time I've ever crashed out was at that one guy on stream one time, where I had enough of him yapping, and then one time at Adam. But me and Adam are chill now. I crashed out at Adam 110%.
God damn, dude.
Thank you so much for the 5 tier 1s, Chayua. I appreciate you. Oh. What's going on with this switch? Dandy would be super sick today. I don't know if we want to go more green, though. What the heck is a crash out? It's just when someone basically throws a fit, basically, and that's it. Just literally throwing a fit. Have you seen, is it Terror Below, like the anime, you mean? Wait, Terror Below. Do you mean the set? Oh, you're saying the keycap set. I don't think I have that set. I don't even think I have Classic Arabic either. Do we want to use the PBT set or should we use GMK? I feel like GMK would be pretty nice on this. Alex never crashed out. We're pretending this never happened. Bro, this is a fake news one though. Hold on. What is this again? I don't remember. I just know it's fake. Layout, dude. Fucking pieces of shit who bought this. Hey, I was just making an example of someone crashing out during this. Oh my god, dude, this wasn't actually me. That's crazy. That's out of context. That's out of. That is actually crazy, dude. I need to delete that clip later. That wasn't me. That was just literally me explaining how people acted. Can't believe you did that. Sure. Okay, dude. Okay. Whoa, Alex, calm down. 4K, buddy. Okay, guys. Likely story. Now he resorts to say, okay, you know what? It was bait. Please. No, that was actually me making a point, which I'm very glad. I think I made the point to a few people that I need to make points to. Also, I need to address something just really quick. This is so off topic from everything. This is mainly like I need to make this announcement in Discord. I made a little post about this in Discord, but listen, I need to say this here too because I feel like I want to be an example. I've been noticing people basically using like the term, like just basically really derogatory terms for like bad quality items. And there's a few people who just like, who've just been using it. And then on top of that, I'm going to say this, and I'm not targeting anyone by saying this. There are people who are just negative fucking people. All right? They're just negative. And I feel like you can't address anything with them when it comes to anything else. Not talking about this particular situation. I don't care who this is. Like, it could be like my best friend forever. If I start seeing this more in the Discord, we've already had to time out a few people. I've had to kick a few people in the last few days as well. I'm just literally gonna ban people at this point here. Like, I'm just fucking over it. If you guys like, okay, if anyone has a chip on their shoulder, can I give you guys like a piece of advice? None of us can remove that chip. And by you having that chip in your shoulder and kind of like pushing that onto everyone else, you're just making your own chip bigger. Like, you're making that boulder on your shoulder just feel heavier and heavier and heavier because no one's going to want to help you. You know what I mean? So, on top of today in Discord, I'm just going to be kicking people. Like, I don't care anymore. Like, we've already timed out and we've given people warnings for some terms that I just don't feel like work for me. But yeah, at this point here, I just don't give a shit. I briefly left the hobby in the past because of negativity a lot of people had. Yeah, we've been really good. Like, the hobby, I don't know, maybe I'm just exclusively thinking about our little area. We've been really good. Like, I'm super happy with everyone. Like, everyone's been very respectful, even when people disagree, which I really, really appreciate. But there's definitely been a few people who've kind of, like, taken on the persona of the, just someone very angry, and I don't care for it anymore. Sometimes I try to put myself in other people's shoes, and I'm like, oh, maybe like that chip on their shoulder will just one day go away, or maybe with enough like love from everyone else, like they won't feel the need to be so negative. No, that's not the case. Anyways, back to the board. Let's see how this sounds. I'm gonna try with no foam at all first. A little group here is a great space to chill. I really do appreciate the vibes. Yeah, me too. I really do. I really appreciate the vibes here. Damn, I like the way these switches look with all the RGB. I'm not gonna lie, that looks pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie, that looks really cool. I love this. All right, should I put the same keycaps? No, I'm gonna put GMK, right? I went to the Dallas meetup in Dallas this weekend, and there were a few people I came across that were total know-it-alls and really rubbed me the wrong way. Yeah, actually, if you guys want a really good way to get better socially, obviously, I don't know if anyone here needs to hear this, but I'm just gonna say it out loud. Getting better socially sometimes just means accepting that even if you know the answer, just let people talk. Like, just allow people to feel like they have the spotlight. That is like one of the best things I've ever learned. Make them like the most knowledgeable person in the room. And it's just a really good way to win people over. Are you coming to visit me and Bowl in the Minnesota meetup? No, but I'm probably going to the NK one. I had a very negative 5 months this year after a workplace went bankrupt and was filled with negativity. New manager at workplace has made it so much better now in such a short time. Like, it's such a big difference. I'm so happy about that, dude. Do I have any Topper in my keyboard collection? Yes, I do, Schmosby. I do. I have two right now. All right. GMK. Is it Dandy? No, Dandy is too green, right? Do we do Dandy? I don't know, man. Shit, Dandy is a sick choice for this. I'm kind of down. I don't have Northern Fog. I don't really have a lot of great sets that can go with this other than just black and like cream sets. Like, maybe we go with this. Wasabi, I was thinking too, but I've done Wasabi on a lot of green keyboards. Actually, dude, see, this already sounds hella good. I don't have Analog Dreams. I thought I did for some weird reason. I was looking for it the other day. We'll just use Dandy. No, I don't got Zooted either. I don't, oddly enough, I only have like Olive and this. Although, do we want to use Olive? Olive's a bit too dark. Do we want Olive on this? Oh, we could go Botanical too. I don't know. Dandy? We'll just stick with Dandy for now. With the green Manta, I really think my go-to set with dark green keyboards is always just plain and simple Wob. Wob is always my go-to for stuff like that. I know it's a boring ass answer, but it is the answer I can give. Oops, we don't need this. Dandy is a really good set. It's actually one of my favorite sets. I really like the green that Dandy has. Y'all, been a really rough day. Thanks for being awesome. Gotta head out. Peace, y'all. Meta, I hope the day gets better, bro. Love you, buddy. If I could give you a big old hug right now, bro, and a high five, I would. I don't know if that's the right page down. I've considered it once for a client build to get keycaps from Yuzu, but I never pulled the
Alex,
trigger.
Friday is the day. Manta Day. I'm so happy for you and Bowl. This
Thank
project
you,
has been such a joy to follow, and I seriously can't wait for all of us to finally get our hands on them. What you and Bowl have done for the community means a lot to all of us. It feels great to support a couple of genuinely good guys in the hobby. Love
Thank
you,
you,
man. Shout out to all my Americano enjoyers in chat.
Thank you so much, Vicious. I really appreciate that, man. You know, Bowl in particular, I don't know if you guys know, but Bowl has done so much behind the scenes for this hobby that you guys would be genuinely shocked. I'm a bit more front facing, so I get a lot of like straight up, guys, I get so much nice love from you guys. Like, it feels good. Bowl does a lot of stuff behind the scenes and isn't quite as front facing, you know what I mean? So please tell about him to us, please. I should get Bowl on stream right now. When is Bowl's alter ego gonna drop? Wait, for what? What is Bowl's favorite candy? Okay, good. I don't know any of these answers. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't actually know what Bowl's favorite candy is. I talk to Bowl almost daily, but I don't talk I feel like this is kind of a guy thing. I think even, bro, honestly, some of my closest friends I've known for 20 years, and I don't know what candy they'd... I don't even know what fucking drink they'd like. I just know they like food. So, it's not a question I ask. Oh, man. I don't know what my best friend's favorite candy is either. Yeah, that's not my business, you know what I mean? I'm gonna leave that to them. The only time it becomes, like, here's the thing, right? I'm part of that, like, group of friends where the only time something genuinely becomes my business is when they're going through something and they definitely want to talk about it. So then you become, like, immediately available. Or if you need to make fun of them for something. So the moment they do something stupid, you remember that for the rest of your life. But, like, I guarantee you probably one of my friends has been like, yeah, I really like this particular soda. And I'm just like, okay, cool. And it goes right over my head. But the moment they mess up, I'm like, hell yeah, bro. I'm never going to forget about that. And then years later, we're still making fun of them. That's like the type of friendship we have. You know? That's the type right there. My dad's watching you on Twitch. Hello, hello. Just guys being dudes. I don't know. It's wholesome to me. I asked my best friend what his favorite color was, and he said, or he never answered until one day I asked, you know and he went, you know I'm colorblind, right? Ain't no way that actually happened. Hi, Alex. Hi, Fala. How are you? Bro, the best friendships are the ones where you don't talk for 5 years, but they still be there for you in a dime. Yeah, I have friends like that. Actually, one of my oldest friends ever, I met on World of Warcraft. To this day, I don't talk to them as much as I'd like to, just because, like, life's busy, but, I mean, this is with all my friends. To this day, though, if we ever need anything, like, he hit me up the other day for something he needed, and it's like immediately you just talk to them like nothing happened. The best friends want to keep up with you and get together. I don't disagree with you, and honestly, way too lucky. I get what you're saying, but I'm on the boat where I also lose sometimes the sense of time. I suppose that's not a good way to put it. I don't know a good way to put it, but I'm on both sides where it's like I've been the guy who's like, let's all hang out. And then, yeah, like, there'll be a month where adult stuff happens, and then I just forget about anyone existing except for the problems I need to deal with. Because I just can't fit it into, like, my day-to-day.
You say this, but I'm pretty sure all your friends know what's your favorite chips flavor. It's not like it's that hard.
You guys are actually all my best friends, because you guys probably know more about me than anyone else. Honest to God. Literally, that's why I think we can all vibe so hard. I met a friend through COD 12 years ago and still almost talk every day. Dude, I've met some really close friends over even keyboards. So, gaming would be cool to meet some people through again. I just don't play any social games anymore. I'm surprised COD, though. Actually, no, I'm not surprised COD. Because you can get into parties and lobbies and stuff like that. Thoughts? Oh, I don't like Zet. I'm going to tell you right now. Salt and vinegar, not my thing, bro. Let me tell you why. I only like salt. So nice. There's only one type of chip I like, and it happens to be plain. You can watch that clip if you guys would like. Oh, man. Thank you so much, Zan. I appreciate you, man. There's a clip, bro. I think honestly everyone's seen that clip at this point. Hydrate, got you, Jason. My GF loves salt. Oh, I don't mind salt and vinegar. Honestly, it's not like a terrible flavor, but I feel like I can only have a few chips, and then I feel like it's too much. I don't know, man. Everyone saw the clip of you spilling switches. That I'm still shocked about. I still don't really understand how even that made it into that whole lineup of things. It wasn't even that funny of a moment. My favorite potato chip ever still has to be those Guinness flavored chips. I really wish they still sold those here. They're so damn good. They're Guinness flavored chips. Legitimately the best flavored chip I've ever had in my entire life. Oh, is this the Nathan where he goes, oh yeah? Is that clip from Nathan? Nathan got into it, bro. He was sussy. Like the beer? Yeah, literally just the beer. It was so damn good, bro. Is that Marcia? Is that apiary keywords? Speaking of old friends in the hobby, Marcia is an OG and one of my oldest friends in the hobby as well. If not, I think my oldest friend in the hobby. Hi, Marcia. So nice.
It's my fav.
How you doing? We were just talking about plain chips. Oddly enough, funny enough. Don't hate me. Guys, my Wi-Fi sucks right now. The stream keeps starting. Oh, yeah. Dude, my 5G network has been awful for that too. I tried All Dress. They slap. Actually, Marcia, this is also going to shock you guys. There was a flavor of chip I tried recently. Yes, flavor. Shit. So nice.
Love you, BB.
Thank you so much. Pars, I appreciate you, man. It was a sweet potato chip, though, and it was maple barbecue and honey, I think. Honestly, dude, I think it was the pairing of the flavor with the sweet potato chip. It was delicious. But it was a one-time buy, only because they were on sale for like $3, but normally they're like $7 a bag because they're fancy brand. So we tried them. Never again, though, for $7. I would never buy them for $7. For $3, sure. I know it's Canadian dollars, so you're going to tell me it's like nothing at all. I get it. Haha. But yeah, I don't know if I'd ever spend that much. Maple and honey on a sweet potato chip. I think the barbecue flavor balanced it out a little bit. Canadians love sweet stuff. I'm just figuring it out. Do they? I only know what I like. 50 cents USD. Pars, can I tell people the story about how you went to Canada and you were basically a king? Can I tell people that story? Absolutely. So Pars, this Pars guy, we're talking the other day, and he had to do a work trip into Canada. And you know, one of the first things this guy tells me, he's like, yeah, I went there, it was good. He goes, bro, he basically told me your dollar is worthless. So nice. And he was basically a king with how high the dollar is for him. Basically what he told me. In not too many words, not exactly that, kind of a little bit, kind of off the cuff right now, but he basically said your dollar's worthless to me. And he basically spent maybe $1.75 total for staying here for a few days. I think I messed something up on the bottom. Oh, 2 B's. Hasn't the US dollar lost a ton of value? Okay, oddly enough, I don't think it has been that bad to the point where it's affecting... I don't even know how to word this properly. I don't think it's that bad, to be honest, compared to Canada, so... Wim, watching your channel for a while, love the content. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. I spent 10 minutes trying to get a waiter to bring me seltzer, and they had no idea what I was talking about. I'm shocked at that. That I'm shocked about. The entire trip cost me $6. I don't think it has against CAD. Yeah, because like sometimes when I see the conversion of things, I'm pretty shocked as well. What am I missing here? I'm missing a few keys. I think I'm just tossing things to the side for no reason right now. I need... Oh, here's D, and then I need the number 3, F2, F10. Thank you, Annette. Annette is keeping me in check right now with telling me what I'm missing. Also, Jet, thank you so much for the sub again, man. I really appreciate that, bro. What else am I missing here? F3 as well. Oh, here's delete. I need that. I need this. 3 and F3 is what I'm missing here. Oh, here's F3, and I need the regular 3. There's the other 3 there. Snowball effect is crazy. I saw an LTR by AO3 covered by Alex, and now I'm finishing my 34 key split. Not funny. CNC pricing, 80 USD per 1/2. I mean, honestly, that's not terrible. But I am glad you're enjoying the hobby that much, my friend. That is a good feeling. Actually, this looks really good with Dandy on it. This is kind of a nice pairing with Dandy. These keycaps are nice, though. The stock keycaps do look really pretty. I want to get a new keycap set for the Manta, but still didn't decide on the configuration. You know, I'm probably gonna, because I'm gonna probably like buy a Manta myself, like just get another one for myself too. I don't know what color I'm gonna get, but I definitely want to do a new keycap set as well. I want to like dress up a Manta and make it look like the best possible. See, this shocks me. It's a little lighter in sound signature, I think because the PP plate, but like, that is shockingly interesting for a flex cut PCB. You know, okay, I do think we need the bottom foam, but I really feel like these leaf springs, like these things are so good. These things here. I'm going to praise them again here because I really think this is legitimately my favorite mounting style in a keyboard in so long. I really like the fact that they put a block of silicone underneath. Right? Block of silicone, metal leaf springs on top. And this whole thing is basically force broken from the bottom. It is such a good idea. And I really think that's contributing to it. I know the flex cuts definitely sound like not thinner per se, but they're quieter in this case. But I really think that all the negative sounds that typically come out of the flex cuts are kind of being counteracted by the way this is mounted. So kudos to the team there. Let's put the foam back on the bottom. Actually, you know what I liked last time that we did? Last time I think I did this. I think I can kind of get away with doing this. I'm gonna have to put it upside down just so this could go through here, but let's see, will this work? It's definitely not loud. I like the FR4 plate from the Evo80 better because this is the Evo80 with, yeah, like look how good that sounds. And that's flex cuts. Like this is the FR4 plate. And then we put the foam on the bottom as well. I think if you're going to go foamless, perhaps you go with just the FR4 plate. Rare FR4W. Yeah, because you can, I mean, like if you listen carefully, I don't think I'd go with this particular combination for foamless, but the sound's there. It just needs an oomph from like a harder plate. Now, I kind of just want to disassemble this one more time, and I kind of want to put a piece of mid foam, but not the PE foam. So let's do this one more time where we disassemble it. I'll just put everything back in this box here. Actually, I'll put it on the top lid. Okay, so the sound's not quite to my liking yet, but we're going to get there. One more time with feeling. One more time. I think mid foam will help a fair bit. I think so as well. You probably won't even notice it much either, which should be fun too. One more time. I know there's a bunch of people who are really like into this particular board, but what do you guys think so far? Is the Evo75 a cool keyboard compared to the Evo80? We could try a louder switch, but I kind of feel like these switches have a nice sound signature, and I'd like to try with the mid-plate foam or the mid-piece foam. I like the poppy sound earlier. Yeah, I think the foam sound with this is really nice. I think this foam sound signature sounded better than the Evo80 with the FR4 plate. Like, this was such a nice foam sound. So I think, like I said, I think if you're going foamy, you go this. If you're not going foamy and would like to mod this a bit, I think the FR4 is probably a little bit nicer to mod. Yeah, I think anyone who's into foam is going to love this. All right. Botanical? We could do it if you guys want. We could do a different keycap set this time. Let's take it apart once more, though. Try an HMX switch? Do you guys want me to try a different switch? I was thinking we'd try the same switch, just with the mid-plate foam. What do you guys think? Different switch or same? For a second there, I thought you said Love, Death, and Robots. I love that series. I think they're both good value. The sound can be modded to taste. I was considering picking one up, but I already have too many 75s and 80s, or TKLs. Dude, I get you there. I think, here's the thing. I don't know who this is. If you already have tons of keyboards, I don't know if this is something you'd probably pick up. Honestly, maybe. Maybe this is still a solid pickup. I think the Evo80 is a bit more timeless looking than this keyboard. The Evo80 is more my alley, like looks-wise. I think this has more refinement to it overall, though. Obviously, looks are subjective. I guarantee you there's going to be people who tell me this looks better. But I think this is the more refined out of the two keyboards. The foamy sound signature with this is out of this world, so... Hell, you know what? I think after I'm done, I'm going to probably put it back to foamy. Have you seen Secret Levels on Amazon Prime? I did. It was pretty good. I think the Warhammer episode is really good. Yeah, Coach Chuck, I was thinking Jelly as well. I was thinking a little bit of Jelly inspired, Percent Studios inspired type vibe. Yeah, bro, I can definitely try that. We'll put in some different switches as like a final test on some keys and see what it sounds like. Maybe do a little HJ test. Everyone is low-key obsessed with HMX right now. I don't even know if it's low-key, bro. I honestly think the low-key brand is Key Geek. HMX is like, I think it's pretty mainstream popular in the keyboard world. I'm not a big 75 keyb, or a big fan of 75% keyboards. I'm all in for a compact 60. Gonna add the Show Topper to the collection. Oh, dude, for sure. Get that one there for sure, dude. That's gonna be a nice one. That'll be a nice collection piece. What color caps should I throw on a raw aluminum board? The beautiful thing is you can literally use anything. You know what though? My choice. If you have an accent on the keyboard, maybe you kind of pick your keys to go with the accent. But here's the thing, man. I think if you're doing raw, you gotta go with a classic boring keycap set because raw aluminum has like a look to it that you don't want to detract from. So my boring answer is wob. That's my boring answer for this. I just think wob and raw look so good, dude. It's just a good... dude, you know what? I knew people were going to say wow and stuff. It's a good combination. Price range on this is $169, I believe. $169 or $164? Let me see. It's $160 something. One sec. I'll find it for you right now. $169.99 for this board here. And that's including all the switches and keycaps. which I think is a really good value. I think that's pretty solid. Although, like I said, I think I would personally go with the FR4 plate. All right, let's throw the mid foam back in. I'm boring like that. It's okay. Thoughts on the PT750? I like it. It's really good. I do think that particular board does sound a little bit better with a little bit of foam in it. I love the way it looked. I'll tell you that much. Like, I think Percent Studio stuff is always really pretty. My wob has been sitting in the container forever. How come? I really need a scratchy switch. Which one would you recommend? If you want something pre-lubricated, go with the Sonya switches or the Sonya HCs or whatever. If you want something you can mod yourself, Cherry all the way, baby. You can never go wrong with the classics. Can never go wrong with it. Always remember, timeless and classics and tried and true are like that for a reason. You'll never get bored of them. And if you do, they'll always come back into your rotation. Always, always, always. Legend, that's great value. Asher, you know, like I said, it took me a little while to get to the Evo 80 because I kind of just thought the Evo 80 was just not going to be for me. But I got to admit, the Evo 80 is 100% a keyboard I'd pick up. It's such an interesting pickup, simply because I really, really feel like, truthful, I cannot get over this. I like these mounts. I think this mounting style, and I mean, you guys have seen this. The Class 65 also had something similar. I think when you can do leaf springs like this right, they're so good. They feel soft. They're great for sound signatures. It's so good, dude. Also, thank you very much, Becky. I appreciate that. Hope you're having a good day. Huge thanks to your Discord in the sales section. I sold all my keyboard stuff and Manta monies had been secured. How was it in the sales section? I don't really partake too much in selling these days, but on the dry MX2A blacks, dude, everyone's been telling me I gotta try a set of MX2A blacks with just lubed springs. But I'm kind of nervous, bro. I'm kind of nervous. Do I? Do I try that? I feel like I'm gonna hate it. Another stream from Alex. What's up, gosh darn? How you doing, man? Hey Alex, was your MX Black lubed in your Evo 80 spacebar? Yes, it was fully modded. Fully modded. So lubed, spring swapped, and filmed. It's awful to me. Which is awful? Sorry, I'm still very undecided on Manta colorways. Machinist is my favorite. You don't get raw keyboards all that often, and I feel like they're kind of cool looking because they're kind of like, I don't know, they just feel like so industrial. I love it. But if you want like the most classy colorway, I think the pumice stone is the most classy. Folks, I'm sleepy. Get some rest. Get some rest. Honestly, I think last night I didn't even get a lot of rest, so I think tonight I'm going to try to focus on getting some sleep too. Manta extras? I have no clue. That I can't answer. I literally depends on sales, so. What is your preferred weight in spring? Wait, sorry, SW Chewy springs? Oh shoot, I've used a few of those. I think anywhere between 50 and 60. But that's kind of with every other Switch spring, 50 to 60. That's the range I love. Thank you, Destin. I appreciate that, man. So nice. What goal do we have to hit to Manta cosplay? Is there like a Manta costume I can buy? How do you feel about Cocoa Blacks? Oh, I actually really like those. You know, I've kind of been like upfront with this. The Loranges I felt weren't really a switch that I like loved. They're good, but I feel like they're a little too mute for me. A little too muted. But the Cocoa Blacks were really good. I really liked those. Dude, this keycap set came with this board. This is actually a really nice keycap set. So there's no name for it, but it came with it. Really trying to decide between Machinist or Pumice Stone. I think you should go... Fuck, I don't even know. They're both good. I think the Machinist is like, again, I think it's such a... Not a rarity, but like you don't see that very often, so... I'm gonna head out early to sleep, but those sweet raid channel points... I'm sorry. We're almost done. We're almost done assembling this last configuration here. It will be, Martin, yes. Do you think Artisans over 100 USD is too much? Value for stuff in this hobby, I'll say this with the most love possible, is very person-to-person oriented. That is it. I have purchased Artisans over $100. Would I do it anymore? No, because I don't find any value in it anymore. Instead, I'd rather spend that money on something more premium in the keyboard, like case world, or maybe I'll go spend that money on modifications for my switches. So again, I think it's a case of beauty is in the eye of the beholder type thing. Like you have to find value in it. You may have convinced me on Machinist. It'll be unique in my collection. It is kind of rare though, huh? You don't really see a lot of full raw keyboards. All right, let's put this one piece on the bottom. How do you feel about mixing and matching GMK sets? Oh, bro, I used to do that all the time. I love doing that, Joe. And also, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you for the 5. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I still do that every now and then. Because I think, what was it? I think at one point, oh, was it an all black keycap set? No, it was an all white keycap set that I mixed in the orange accents from Ski Data or Ski Data or whatever. Because I think it looked dope. It was such a fun one. Ooh. Ooh, this actually does sound really good like this. All right, let's put this up together. The leaf spring mounts are amazing typing feel-wise. I don't know if you guys can really tell much just because I haven't put the keycaps on yet. But there's a bit of play with this, right? And I think it's very pleasant for typing feel. Oh, I lost one of these. I'll put this on later. Whoever in the Discord pushes Striker with Red Devils. Oh, that's a fun one too. I saw that. I started with WASD V3 TKL with MX Blues, and I'm typing on a V1 Max with Baby Kangaroos. Baby Kangaroos were a nice tactile switch. Which novel keys meet are you going to? The one in October. I think that's the only one left for the year, right? I think. Now you got me confused. Yeah, the keyboard meetup. Is there any other meetups I should be aware of? October 18th, that's when I'm going to. Well, should be going to. I'm not going to... Should be going to is the keyword. What's up? Hi, Zany. What's up, dude? I love the way this board feels. I think they need to utilize this mounting style on other boards. Like, just a lot of projects going forward. I'll do a recap after I'm done here of all the things I like and don't like, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of parallels with the Evo 80 here. Spring round 2? Dude, if they did a spring round 2 with this, or just like another Alice style board with some updated internals, I feel like that would be a banger. Is it only a 2-hour drive? That's honestly not terrible. Yeah, I'm gonna try to go. I was talking to Mike about figuring out some stuff about that today, so. The first one had so much ping. It's because the, so we kind of went over this last time, but essentially in the spring from Owl Labs, the OG one, it had the same idea. It had, let me just open it up to show you guys. It had these leaf springs, right? The problem is these leaf springs and the OG stuff that they did were never isolated. And now that they've isolated them, so they put that strip of silicone underneath, it doesn't make all the metal travel onto these springs, and you don't get that metallic-y noise, which is exactly what you want to happen, right? You don't want the metallic-y noise to transfer. So they did an excellent job with that. Like, I'll say it again, like they really did kill it with this mounting style on this board. Thank you, Shadow. I appreciate that, man. I can order one right now. First Light. Should I? In First Light? What happened, Play? What are you ordering? Abomination Greg. I remember as well. Never again, my guy. Never again. I try to erase him from my memories. Where is the NK meetup in October? Morgantown, West Virginia. I'll have to fly in for that. But it's only like an hour and a bit flight. Sometimes it's fast. Sometimes it's like I get there in no time at all, but this needs to stop. What needs to stop? What did I do? I'm seeing the Evo75 pre-order on Milktooth, but they say it'll deliver September 20th, so I'm wondering if other vendors will ship faster. I don't think so. I'm actually not too sure. I can't really answer that for you. So, live Gaslight? What do you mean? You're going to be there this year again? Nice to see you, Alex. Or see you there, Alex. He says he hates Greg. Okay, you know what? Whatever, guys. You guys are in this together. You and Anna are in this together now, man. This is crazy. You guys are in cahoots. Actually too crazy for me. Alex, hear me out. Make an orange and stone version of the King. Are you referring to Greg as the King? That is disrespectful. That is crazy, dude. Comparing me to Anna is crazy.
Just found out the pint of beer I'm drinking is 9.5% 0.0.
I think that's a little high for beer normally, right? Isn't beer usually like 6.5 or 7? I don't think that's like completely too crazy, right? Greg using, you guys can't see these comments, but Greg using high-vis and flare. Oh my god. So glad we haven't had to use Greg in a hot minute. Store beer is like 4? Oh, I always thought... Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember. I don't really drink a whole lot of beer, guys. I always thought it was like 5.5 or 6 or something like that. Zoot Greg stays in my heart. That was a fun one. Well, funny one, I should say. Not really that fun. Not really that fun. All right. I'm going to put back those diffusers that slipped out. Still a little bit lighter in sound signature, so maybe the FR4 plate... I think the FR4 plate would bang in this. Let's just see if I put that other piece of foam on the bottom. What happens? Put this too. Sounds dainty. It sounds nice. It's just lacking some loudness. We can try a different switch too. I mean, it sounds good. It's deep. It's very deep sounding. Let's try some long pole switches too. So let me see what I got we can stick in here. Maybe we can try some OG cheese switches. I know I really like these. That's pretty creamy. It does sound pretty creamy, yeah. Yeah, the screwless design is so convenient, especially if you're newer to keyboards. Oh yeah, that's... Let's see the cheese switch as well on the spacebar. Can we request the king? Next stream, maybe. That's better. So here's what I'm thinking, right? Hold on, let me just try this first. Then we'll go over everything because this is our final configuration. Oh, actually, I think this even pairs well. I'm not even hitting the H and the J right now. Here's my thing. I think the PP plate is going to be your choice if you want to go with foam. I think that's where it's going to hit the hardest if you go with a foamy keyboard. And then you can either choose between swapping the keycaps or using this really good set that comes with it. So let's go over everything once more with this board. It's $169. It's in the Evo family from EvoWorks, which is a sub-company, sub-brand of Owl Labs, QWERTY Keys, all that jazz. I think the design overall, I felt was a bit more classy on the Evo 80, which is right here. I liked the Evo 80 just a smidge more. Well, I shouldn't say a smidge. I like it a lot more for the top over here. I also liked it more for the side profile. I thought this was a really slick side profile. Believe it or not, I like this back more. I think this really looks sharp. That is a good looking keyboard on the bottom. Has some fingerprints on it now, but this is nice. This looks really good here. One of the key big differences that I really appreciate about their newer Evo75 is this guy. I know this might sound ridiculous and some people are like, oh, maybe not a big deal. Dude, I think having a toggle on the back is a huge, huge difference. Like, game changer for me even. So I'm loving this toggle on the back. I think that makes a huge, huge quality of life improvement. No longer having to take off keycaps to get to your little toggle. Now, internally, we're not seeing much of a difference between the boards. Internally, we're getting the same system. So if I open up this guy here, I can do it, I promise. I can open this up. I'm just learning, you know. It's exactly the same. We have literally the exact same internal system where we have the leaf springs held together with 2 screws sitting on a block of silicone. It's identical. For that, I can probably confidently say that the FR4 plate that we tried in this is my preferred plate. We did try the PP plate today. Again, I think this plate pairs so well if you're into foam. So, if you're into foam, I'd say go with that. Assembly-wise, both are extremely easy to assemble. I'm going to give the edge to the Evo80 though. And you're probably thinking, what the fuck are you talking about, Alex? The reason why I'm not giving this the edge, these things seem to fall out every single time I open this. And then even if you start to disassemble things, there's like another piece of silicone here, so you just have to be careful. It's not the end of the world, but just it's something you need to keep in mind as you're disassembling things. I feel like it makes it not as quick. However, they're still both catchball systems, and they feel like really good catchball systems. Like it feels like, I know Cordy Keys was talking about this at one point too. It does feel like they've put more quality parts into the catchball system. There is an extra button here too if you guys are interested. Not exactly sure what it's bound to. We'll probably have to experiment. The LEDs on this are fun. I don't know if they're going to be everyone's cup of tea. So if we turn this on again. Again, I don't know if this overall aesthetic is going to be for everybody. This might be for LEDs. Yeah, this is so far just for the LEDs over here. Just to turn these LEDs off and on and stuff. Overall, I think this is a very solid release side by side to the Evo80. I wouldn't call this an upgrade though. And I don't think it's supposed to be an upgrade. I think it's supposed to be the brother or sister of this keyboard, the Evo80. I think they nailed the overall design aesthetic with this, for me at least. And for this, they wanted to make it a bit more fun, more bubbly, more chunky, which could be for someone, you know, like it's not, again, my cup of tea, but it's a visual thing, so that's not really an objective thing overall for everyone. Like this could be someone's dream keyboard. For new enthusiasts, maybe, I think this is the perfect keyboard. Again, even alongside this as well. If you're not into TKLs and just wanted something simpler, perfect keyboard for someone getting into the hobby. Now, someone mentioned Bridge 75 earlier versus this keyboard. I think if you were to get the FR4 version, overall, I think this is the better keyboard. But this is also, what, almost double the price of the Bridge. However, I still think this is the better keyboard. The Bridge is nice, but I think you can get more out of this, especially if you go with the FR4. The feeling of this keyboard is just out of this world compared to what I felt in the Bridge. Again, I really do think it's because of those mounting systems in here. But again, if you're not willing to dish out the cash, the Bridge is fine. If you already have a Bridge, maybe there's no reason to upgrade. But I do think they knocked it out of the park again. I really like these EvoWorks boards, man. This is insane value you're getting for the price here. You know what? And like I said, the long pull switch sounds really good with the PP plate. Shockingly good. Like, it doesn't even sound like there's foam with the long pull switches. Like, not at all. How about the Neo75, the competitor from the same company? Like the Neo75 CU? I would probably stick with the CU. But this is also a full kit. Like, you get everything with this. So this comes in cheaper, technically, if you were to stick with all the stock stuff. I don't know. That's actually a toughie. I do feel like the CU is limited in sound signature due to the copper bottom. Like, it is an overall deeper sounding keyboard. Maybe for this could be more balanced because you can get something different out of this by customizing it a bit more. I do feel like the CU is restrictive because of the copper bottom. So, I don't know. I still think this is a great pickup for anyone who's been looking for a new 75 or just wants something, I'd say, fairly versatile that you can put in your collection. Albeit, I do think you need to pick up the FR4 plate to get the most versatility out of this board. The CU is a way better looking keyboard. Yes, it feels more timeless. To a degree. I still prefer the look of the Evo 80. I think the thinner side bezels do it for me on this guy. So this is the FR4 plate. Again, I want to say both keyboards are going to sound roughly the same. The FR4 plate sounds insane. And you're able to just do completely foamless. I would expect the same sound signature to happen in here as well, because pretty much the internals are identical. And then the H and the J are long pulls with the PP plate here, but you can see the sounds there. But if we go with the regular keys, they're a bit more subdued because of the plastic plate. If we were to go with FR4, it's going to be a bit brighter. But yeah. I don't know, man. I think this is solid, dude. I agree. Spooky, I think the only thing people might be a little bit meh towards is the aesthetic overall. I do feel like this is very daring compared to the Evo 80. But I don't hate it personally. The more I look at it, the more I don't hate it. But I still prefer this guy. Looks-wise, prefer this. Again, one last thing I want to touch upon here. I'm pretty positive this doesn't work in VIA. I'll check here in a second. I do feel like they could have offered a few extras on the PCB without taking away what this keyboard is. Like they could have offered some additional bottom row support. They could have just done a 1.6mm PCB instead of a 1.2. Not that it sounds bad with a 1.2 by any means, but it could have made this sound a little bit more full, even though it doesn't really need that. And they could have done PCB mounted stabilizer holes. I feel like they should have done that. See how nice this button is? This button is so handy. It's 1.2 only, yeah. The 75 is definitely more playful. Let's see if it loads up in Vial first. It recognizes in Vial, but let's see if it loads up. No to Vial, and let's see VIA. Again, the Evo 80 needed a JSON file, so this is probably going to be the same thing here. Would Palm be a solid plate option for the Evo? Are we not using the plastic plate right now? Oh, is there even a Palm plate? We're using PP plate right now, but the Palm would be very similar to what we have now. No to VIA, so you need the JSON file. No to VIA, which, again, same standpoint I had last time. We need to get something, like, they need to get something working here, or else someone who just maybe doesn't have the file or has no knowledge on how to get the file, like, this won't be customizable out of the box. And I feel like that's an important piece of the puzzle here. I really do. Nice, though. I like the board. I love this color. The colors they're offering are outstanding. This is such a pretty color keyboard. Love it. I walked into my IT guy's office today and saw a Geon screwdriver set. Get out of here, really? That's cool. That's cool, actually. Alright, well, dude, another solid release from EvoWorks. Genuinely really happy with this. I'm probably going to tear this down and put all the foam back into it and actually put on the stock keycaps. I really, really like the stock keycaps on this. I think the foamy sound signature is really good with the PP plate. So I'm happy. I think this is another fun release. The aesthetics might not be for everyone. There's some little refinements that, I mean, could carry over from my original criticism of the Evo 80. Overall, though, 170, pretty damn good, dude. Pretty solid release. Could be a good gift, too, honestly, yeah. Since you mentioned the Venom PCB, there's some holophix switches that are actually decently sounding like the Owlab TI HEs. I've heard about both of those, the Lumias and the TIs. I need to get my hands on some of them. But I do have a lot of components to start doing keyboard stuff now for HE stuff. So soon will be the answer to all these things. So after seeing on a stream, I'm crossing off my list. I think I will get something like the Neo CU instead. Also super solid. I think the CU is the elevated version to this. But if you had no need to want to customize your keyboard, get this. Probably one of the best all-arounders. I mean, the whole Evo series is like such a solid all-arounder keyboard. You can customize it if you want. If not, you get a very solid keyboard out of the box. So, love your tattoos. I have quite a few myself. Thank you. I need to get more. I was literally talking about this the other day, how I want some more. When you're in the mood, a new tier list? Zany, what the hell is this, bro? Letters of the alphabets? Oh my gosh. Did you ever do the Holy? No, not yet. I was going to do it over the weekend, but I was so tired, dude. So I just did whatever streams we had, and that was it. It's like the ink is made of pure gold these days. Oh yeah, it's so expensive. I think that's also what's been stopping me too. So I've been tinkering with a little. I want to build something myself. The raw Azoth is interesting. It was kind of expensive for what it was, but I think you'll have a lot of fun building something yourself, Goose. I really do. All right, guys, fun stream. I'm gonna type on this keyboard for a little bit more, both like this, and then I'm also gonna tear it down, put the foam in, and I'll do a little write up with all my thoughts. I'm happy. This is a fun one. Definitely a fun one. What artisan is... Oh,
hey Alex, what artisan do you use on Orbit R2? The one that is with Boneyard.
Why did it say it like that? Why did it go R2? I use... It's called an egg face. I forget who made it. Nightcaps? Was it Nightcaps? Can't remember who made that one there. But I really like that artisan. It's a really old one. Thank you though, Drown. I appreciate the bits, dude. Alright, let's go find someone to raid, shall we, guys? Let's go see who's online. Anyone doing keybs? Any keyboarders? Maybe not? No keybs? Let me actually check the keyboard section here. Oh, nightcaps. Okay, I was right? I said nightcaps. Did I say nightcaps? Pretty sure I did.
Yeah.
Let's see. Anyone doing keybs? Maybe not. Alright, let's go raid someone else then. Let's go raid Aprise.
Like quicker, I would be able to help.
Let's go raid my friend Aprise. Love this guy. I need to get together with him again soon. Alright guys, good stream. Good board. Better company. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. We're doing the Angle 65. Interested in seeing that one for sure.
Compliment. He was talking about the Orbit. It was Eye of Providence by Kroku.
Oh, that one there. Dude, I honestly usually use the Egg Face by Nightcaps when I use Boneyard. I forgot. Yeah, you're talking about this one. This one here. If it wants to load. Hello? Yeah, this one here is by Kroku. Yeah, this isn't a silver artisan. Sorry, I got confused because I've only used this once so far. I need to use this more. Kruku? I don't know how to pronounce it. Alright guys, I will talk to you later. See you soon. And bye everyone. Love you.